Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, monarchies, republics, dictatorships, and all other regimes, welcome. I'm Steven with a V. Ready to cast a ballot? Are you even registered to vote? Because decisions are made by those that show up. So for the purposes of clarification, I'm not a poli-sci graduate. I'm not trained in the legal system in any way. I've not heard or seen any facts that would indicate that what I'm about to say is true or seen anything to validate this opinion. This is solely my opinion and nothing more. It is speculation. And while I may want to use profanities and name-calling here, I think that would be counterproductive and would interfere with my goals, so this would be more or less rated PG. But something tells me that this is happening somewhere. And if not, someone should get right on this. I think that somewhere in the U.S., there's a small team of lawyers, legal scholars, and a few law students who are collecting, keeping, and collating a very comprehensive record of everything regarding illegal acts done by our current administration. The Posse Comitatus Act, both foreign and domestic emoluments clauses, obstruction of justice, election interference, incitement to insurrection, classified documents, campaign finance violations, fraud and business law violations, violations of the Presidential Records Act, and who knows what else. They have a conference room with a large table adjacent to a storeroom with lots of shelves. On some of those shelves are archive boxes filled with files containing all the documentation required or accumulated so far, whatever documents would be needed for a legal proceeding. There's room for plenty more. This team will work on this project till after the midterm elections, when there will be enough members of Congress with a sense of right and wrong to impeach him one last time, making him the only president impeached 3 times. And then to take action to convict him of these federal crimes and impeach him and finally remove him from office. Take that, history. J.D. Vance will then be promoted to POTUS unless he is also removed from office. But either way, he'll be horribly tainted by the entire event, will be a lame duck president, and will not stand a snowball's chance of hell in 2028. It will be seriously doubtful if Republicans could field a viable candidate after that. This will give the Democrats the opportunity to regain control over the government and end the MAGA reign once and for all. If you want to be part of this revolution, make sure that you are registered to vote. If your state still allows it, get your ballot mailed to you. You'll get it early in the mail, and then at home you can take your time to study the issues and the candidates, mark your ballot, and mail it back to your local election office. The post office will diligently deliver your ballot just like every other piece of mail that they handle, like your utility bill, your mortgage payment, and your Christmas cards. The post office handles 116 billion pieces of mail annually and loses less than 0.5% of mail. Voting by mail is safe and has worked since the Civil War. Voter registration forms are easy to pick up at your local post office or by visiting your state or local election office's official website. Any claims you may have heard about illegal aliens voting have been thoroughly investigated, and not a single illegal alien has ever found to have voted. However, there have been a few incidents of voter fraud by American citizens. Some are nefarious and some not so much. Here are some elections that were won by single vote. Texas in 1919 and Tennessee in 1920 ratified the 19th Amendment establishing a woman's right to vote. It was ratified by just one vote in Texas And Representative Harry T. Byrne changed his vote, this is of Tennessee, after receiving a letter from his mother. President Andrew Johnson's Senate impeachment vote in 1868, where he's acquitted by one vote. The sentence, they needed 2/3 vote to remove him, and they didn't get it. In the Virginia House of Delegates election of 2017 in the 94th District, Shelley Simons, Democrat, beat David Yancey, Republican, by one vote, 11,608 to 11,607. There are plenty of other instances where one vote changed the result. You can go look them up if you want. So until next time, if you don't have one, go get a library card. But do your own homework. I'm Steven with a V, not a PH. I'll see you on the next turn. Please like, share, and subscribe. And now it's time for Meme 15.
Atheists do not waste his efforts, money, time, and intellect on religion. And for this reason, they have an immense capacity to love life. Rajendra Chaudhary. To practice any art, no matter how well or how badly, is a way to make your soul grow. So do it. Kurt Vonnegut. In my world, there would be as many public libraries as there are Starbucks. Henry Rollins. Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. If there are gods, but unjust, then you should not want to worship them. If there are no gods, then you will be gone, but will have lived a noble life that will live on in the memories of your loved ones. Marcus Aurelius. Hell is empty and the devils are here. William Shakespeare.